Six Flags Great Adventures in Jackson Township, New Jersey is the park with the second best top 4 in the world behind Cedar Point, obviously. Big disclaimer though for the entire review, I did not get to ride Kingda Ka because of the cable or whatever, I think it was down. I was about to ride Zumanjaro, but the ride obviously broke down when we were next in line. So where do I start? This is literally the largest park in the world. Some may say Animal Kingdom's larger, but I think this one is if you combine it with Safari. So first things first, the atmosphere in this park is pretty good. I'd say it's better than Nickelodeon Universe in East Rutherford, New Jersey, just down the road a little bit. But not as good as Hershey and King's Dominion. King's Dominion has the best park atmosphere in my opinion. It feels like the park feels like you're in the middle of a forest surrounded by a river at the same time. It sort of feels like an island. Over by Nitro and Jersey Devil on the right hand side of the map, you see the lake and you get pretty close to it. Speaking of Jersey Devil, this is the newest ride at the park, and so it's in the entire Pine Barrens area. This place got a whole new redo, and I don't know what it was before though, but it feels like you're in a forest with the Jersey Devil, which is something to do with the folklore near in Jersey. As soon as you walk into the area, it has a sudden reveal of the ride over the bridge. I think that's how you get to it. Jersey Devil had the longest line of the day for us, which was about 25 minutes. It was the only single rail I've ridden at this time of recording, but I think it was overhated, in my opinion. People say that this ride is slow, but I did not think so. It was, in my opinion, more intense than El Toro. I'm not going to talk about the layout of Jersey Devil, though, because I plan on doing a review of this ride. But after you walk out of the Pine Barrens area, you enter this weird mix of Batman the Ride and Nitro. Nitro takes up most of the space and has no theme whatsoever. It brings you into the middle of the woods, and I guess it has like a Snickers theme or something, because you see that all the way around the ride. I didn't get to ride Batman though, but it seems like a normal B&M invert layout, because it's the clone, one of 14 in the world. But with the new ride coming next year, the new Vekoma Super Boomerang, I'm glad they'll be filling out this right-hand side of the park even more. So in the middle of the park, if you walk all the way down to the very top of the middle of the park, kind of weird to say that, and there's a S&S free spin and a Harley Quinn crazy chain. It has a super long train and has pretty good capacity I hear, but it can only run train, I think. Other than that, there's really nothing else in the middle of the park except for some flat rides. But once you start walking over to the left section of the park, which is the best and has the most coasters, I think, you see Houdini's Great Escape, which I think is like a sit-down bench ride that tilts you forwards and makes you think that you're flipping. I don't know. But then you enter the rundown carnival section of the park. This is where we ate lunch, and it was not bad, just normal theme park food. This section of the park sort of reminds me of that one, what's it called? The one animal section in Disney. In Disney's Animal Kingdom, because it's sort of run down carnival like that. But then once you leave down and you go down south to the near the parking lot, you get the two B&Ms. They have Green Lantern and Superman Ultimate Flight. I didn't get to ride these though because for some weird reason they had a 40+ minute wait the entire day. I think they both have a capacity issue. Then if you leave those, which I heard that Green Lantern is not a good ride, and Superman's just a flying clone. Then if you take down the Kingda Ka pathway near the restaurants and stuff, you get this weird mix of the Golden Kingdom and Plaza del Carnival. And the Golden Kingdom is pretty good. It has light theming of Asia or something with bamboo. And then I didn't get to ride Kingda Ka though. It had a pretty good entrance sign though. You see the ride behind it, and then there's just Kingda Ka. It's pretty cool. Then if you take down the Kingda Ka pathway, you can go either down the Kingda Ka or the better ride, Tango. No, I'm just kidding. But for real though, if you've seen or heard anything about El Toro, you know this is an amazing masterpiece of the ejector airtime galore. It's supposed to be a Mexican theme. It does that pretty well. Not Universal level of theming, but the bare minimum. El Toro and Kingda Ka are from a period of great adventure when they tried to turn the park into a resort with Plaza del Carnival and Golden Kingdom in 2005, 2006. They were planning on making a hotel in the park, but Six Flags went bankrupt. So now I think they're building glamping tent hotels next year in the safari, so you can like see the animals when you wake up and stuff. But if you walk underneath Toro's second airtime hill, you can walk over the lake and to Medusa and Runaway Mine Train. Medusa is a severely underrated floorless coaster. I prefer it over Dominator at King's Dominion, which is supposed to be the best one. It's smooth, has a good roar and intensity. The wreathing they did with it really helped it. Bizarro was kind of a weird theme, being all tucked away in the corner and away from all the other DC stuff. Runaway Mine Train, though, is a janky old mine train ride. It has an okay pop of airtime at the end over the lake, but not as good as I heard. It's the oldest ride in the park, though, so that gives it something to do. I think there's also a go-kart area somewhere near the Green Lantern and Superman, but we did not do that. It was probably an add-on ticket, so just remember, if you plan on doing it, it will probably cost extra money. The kids area of the park, though, and like the right-hand section of the park, it's the nicest part of the park and has Little Devil in it. Skull Mountain's an okay indoor ride. I enjoyed the line more than the ride, though, to be honest. I think this concludes the review of Six Flags Great Adventure. I give this park a 10 out of 10. My only complaint with it, though, is the locker system, which is a real time waster. But even with that, this is a 10 out of 10. You got to come here to Great Adventure and